What is going on, everybody? It is the TNTKG, and we are back on the Sports Talk channel. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, did people mess up after the basketball World Cup came through. The United States came in fourth place, which for us is shockingly not good. The NBA has the best basketball players in the world. It does. And the most talent out of one country comes from the United States. It just is. I know Luka's amazing. I know Giannis is amazing. I know the Joker is amazing. But they all would play in different countries. You could argue Joel Embiid from Paris also, but he is also a U.S. citizen and is eligible to play for the USA team. Speaking of USA teams and all that, let's go to the 2024 Olympics. And the reason why the rest of the world messed up. You see, the rest of the world seems to think that a lot of the USA teams are a bunch of bums. But what we sent to that World Cup were a bunch of people that didn't even start for all 82 games. I'm a huge Laker fan. I love Austin Reeves, but he didn't start all 82 games. A lot of those people did not start all 82 games. When your two best players are arguably Jalen Brunson, who's great, and Anthony Edwards, who is transcendental. He is amazing. There's only so far you can go. Now for the Olympics, apparently a lot of the league's superstars were not very happy with the result of that. Starting with one LeBron James is interested in playing for the USA team. I know Anthony Davis is going to play because a while back, before any of this even came out, he was talking about how he was interested in doing the 2024 Olympics. So let's talk about the possible team that they could throw up there, shall we? So the first player that we have for possibility-wise would be obviously LeBron James is going to lead the charge. He would be one of your wing players, and he has many experience in the Olympics and World Cups. Your next player that LeBron has been talking to and has some serious interest is the greatest shooter to ever step on a court, Steph Curry. Step across half court and let it fly, man. He changed the game. The game used to be back him down in the post. You need all kinds of big men. Get the rebound, play tough defense. You know, good games were about 86, 92 to 100 some odd points. Now we're looking at averaging over 100 points a game. So Steph Curry, the main splash brother. And now, last year's hero of the Olympics is also interested. Kevin Durant. That's right, the man that said, I'm Kevin Durant. That for a while on the Golden State Warriors was the baddest player on that team. It was Steph's team, but they aren't winning those championships without him. He is 7 feet tall, can shoot the three, exceptional free throw percentage, can get his own shot. And he practically carried the team in 2020 in the Olympics. Without him, we don't win gold. We don't. He played the role of Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, the leader on that team. And he was phenomenal in that one as well. Next, what you're looking at is the man we mentioned earlier, the brow Anthony Davis. Now, he would flourish on this team. I love Anthony Davis. I really hope this year is the year that he takes over as the leader of the Lakers, and I think he has potential to do so. But Anthony Davis, when he is on, he is absolutely on. And this is the perfect type of team for him to play on because there's times where he likes to take games off. I will say he loves taking games off. But this year, in this Olympics, he's not. He's going to be ready to go, and he is going to be there to get us in the gold. You could argue he could partly come off the bench, if not... No, he might have to come off the bench or play center. Because rumor has it Joel Embiid is also interested in being on this team too. They're trying to recruit him. So for your starter, you would have Steph, You could put him at shooting guard, honestly, if you really wanted to, and LeBron could run the offense. He's ran every other offense and has been in. And then at the 2, you could have Steph. At the 3, you could have KD. At the 4, you could have Jason Tatum, part of last year's Olympic gold team. He could play either your 3 or your 4. And then you could have AD at the 5, or you could have Joel Embiid at the 5 and AD at the 4, and have Jason Tatum come off the bench as the 6th man. Think about that for a second. Jason Tatum, the man who is going to be in line for a $300+ million contract because he is the best player on the Celtics, would be your 6th man. Your 6th man. And now you have Draymond Green, who's interested, but I don't think he quite makes the cut. You don't really need him on that team, except for attitude, but you don't really need him on a team like that. Now for who your true shooting guard would be. That was just a potential lineup. Your true shooting guard, Devin Booker, also on the 2020 Olympic team. The man who got 70 in one game. The first person to get points that high since Kobe. He got 70 in a game for Phoenix when they were awful. Like, they were just bad. So, he could be your next guy in there. And he is a guy that can go get his own shot. He's good for a bucket, truly, when you need him to have one. He is not quite as good as Kobe, but he's one of the closest things we've had in a long time to him. Your potential off-the-bench point guard, Dame Dalla, Dame Time, Damian Lillard. Man, probably one of the most clutch shooters I have ever seen in my life. I hate when my team has to play this man because he always steps up and plays. He is your guy. You need a clutch shot, he'll come get it. He is a 7-time All-Star and one of the best offensive players you've got in the league today. Doesn't play a ton of defense, but he's one of the best you got in the league today. Now you've got a guy that can really play defense, and he is a 2-time conference finals champion with the Miami Heat in Bam Adebayo. He was the big in last year's Olympics, and I don't think he was quite as big as we needed, but he was still awesome. So what we need is for him to be able to come off the bench, because if you have guys like Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, you've got 2 transcendental players playing in there, and then you can literally move Bam in however which type of way and plug him in. And he's part of Pat Riley's system, so you have to play defense to be on that Miami Heat team, or you're not going to see the court. Next is the only player that I fully agree with that should be on both teams from the World Cup to the 2024 Olympics is Ant-Man Anthony Edwards. This kid is the next big thing in the NBA. Minnesota absolutely is doing the right thing and building around him. If I was Minnesota, I try to trade Karl Anthony Towns for as much as I can get and start building around Anthony Edwards, because Cat, he's not that guy. He's talented, but he's not that guy. And then you've got Mikal Bridges, who I'm sure earned a spot based on his play in the World Cup. So I think that would be excellent. Now let's break down each one of these players each at a time, because there's not a whole lot of defense to be played in some of this stuff. But I know LeBron, when he wants to play defense, he can, and he's not going to have to exert all his energy like he does on the Lakers. I have seen LeBron, albeit it was 1 to 2 years ago, on the final possession of a game, he went and locked up Kawhi. Kawhi passed it to Paul George. He went and locked up Paul George for the last shot, and it missed, and the Lakers won. On the last possession of the game, when he needed it, he gave it to you. He's at that age in his career where when he's on the Lakers, you don't really quite want him to play offense and defense, because you want him to put up his 27 point whatever points he can get on the night, his assists and all that. You need him to run the offense. Now that you have guys like Steph Curry, possibly Joel Embiid, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, he's not going to be responsible for all the points on the board. So you'll be able to have him step up and play defense if needed. Anthony Davis, again, can go up and get you. I've seen him get 50. But he doesn't need to be the main focal point of an offense or anything like that. He can play defense with the best of them, too. There is no shame. I mean, in the Western Conference Finals this last year, there is no shame in Nikola Jokic just putting up work. Like, who can guard him in the league? Who can? There's no shame in that. So, Anthony Davis, he can do both. He can do both. As I said, Bam Adebayo can play defense really well. I think any of these people can really go up and play defense when they want to, because they're not going to have to be the main focal point. And also, they play against NBA players all day. Luka's amazing. Joker's amazing. Giannis is amazing. But not every player overseas is on their level. So, in all honesty, that's just the way it rolls. This United States team, if this is in fact the team, because LeBron James is recruiting, if this is in fact the team, then we're going to win by 30 in every game. 20 plus, 30 plus points in every single game. It's also rumored that Kyrie Irving is interested in joining up too. So you've got all these people who are multiple-time All-Stars, minus Mikal Bridges probably, and Anthony Edwards. I don't know how many All-Stars he's had because I haven't followed him that well, but multiple-time All-Stars. And it's the hardest part of this Olympic season, of all the people that are committing to the team, is going to be which ones get to go. Really, like, which ones get to go? Everybody else is playing for second place. If Dillon Brooks plays for Canada again and goes over here and tries to put up his 39 whatever points and think he's the hottest thing on the planet, he's got another thing coming. He's not going to. He might get a decent amount of points, but he's not going to do all that. Dillon Brooks isn't even as good as people think he is. I honestly think the Houston Rockets overpaid for him. I would not have spent that much money on Dillon Brooks. If he was that valuable, Memphis would have kept him. He really just liked it. He's mostly talked. And when it came to talking a lot, he talked about LeBron James in Game 2. Give me LeBron, give me LeBron, give me LeBron. And then LeBron went and made a basket over him, flexed and fouled, missed the free throw, but still. Dillon Brooks got 40 points, and everybody started chirping and talking. And now you've got the Redeem Team 2.0, if these sources are true, which I believe they are, coming over and saying, everybody calm down and hand us our gold medal. You guys can compete for silver and bronze. This United States team could probably practice together one time before the championship game, not play any other games, and win by 30. So many of these people, Steph and KD know how to play together. LeBron and KD know how to play together. LeBron and Steph know how to play together. All of these people have played on all-star teams before. This is... You want to talk about an all-star team. There's the Dream Team. There's the Mean Team from Space Jam. There's the Redeem Team, and then this is Redeem Team 2.0, but not quite that way. This is the team that would literally come home, and it would literally be like putting the briefcase down. Okay, Dad's home. We, with this team, will win that gold medal without a doubt. I'm not even concerned. I'd be surprised if we even lost a game. I would. Because LeBron James is coming. Anthony Davis, if LeBron goes, Anthony's going to go. Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, possibly Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Devin Booker, Damian Lillard, Bam Adebayo, Kyrie Irving, all these people, and possibly Draymond if they need somebody like that. All these people are coming. They say it's a lot of guards. Yeah, sure. But KD is 6'10 with 7+ foot wingspan. AD, he's a big. Bam Adebayo's big. LeBron James is 6'9", 270. These aren't no scrubs. They'll play defense if it means winning this gold medal. I promise you. This team, if they show up, is going to walk through everybody else. And then everybody else is going to realize which country has the best basketball players on the planet. That's Team USA, and that's why the NBA is here. If you guys like this sports video, please leave a comment. Feel free to like and subscribe. And until next time, God loves you, and peace out.